Good morning, Principal Kitchen. Thank you so much for accepting this interview.
Of
We'll get
course.
we'll get started. Okay,
All
so
right.
the first question is as I'm finalizing the action plan for our campus writing initiative, I want to ensure that it's perfectly aligned with your vision. From your high level perspective, what is the single most critical outcome you want to see from the writing campus wide professional developments?
Yes. The single most critical outcome, I think, when I'm thinking about this plan, I'm definitely thinking, pre-K through fifth, but specifically third through fifth grade. I think students being able to write coherently is like, if we do this and do this well, that's where we will land.
Yes, I agree. How do you see our writing PD initiative fitting into our broader goals on our campus improvement plan for this year?
Yeah, so I think thinking about our campus improvement plan, the goals that we have are tied into our campus goals. So of course, when it comes to state accountability and STAR, I think having an increased D1 in RLA for grades 3 through 5, as well as increasing our D3 score in grades 4 through 5.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Question number three. So, like when we look ahead 6 months, what would a win from this writing initiative look like to you?
Yep, I think outside, because this is not just about students being able to perform well on STAR. This is about students becoming proficient readers and writers, and we know they both go hand in hand. So not just thinking about how they will perform at the end of the year on STAR, but as we continue to go through the school year, I would want us to focus in on the data from FQTs as well as extended constructive responses. Are we seeing growth, not just as cohorts, but are we seeing individual students grow in their writing from when we kick this off into the end of the school year?
Awesome. Um, so our next question. What potential roadblocks or resistance do you anticipate as we roll our writing PD initiative out? And it could be from specific teams or scheduling
Yeah.
conflicts or general fatigue. And how would you advise that I navigate that?
Yeah, I think a roadblock is that we don't have a lot of time with staff as a whole. And so, how do we make sure that we're able to roll this out consistently amongst teams during our PLC time? Right? Are you the person who needs to go and you conduct all the PLCs? Are you needing to train the other AP and the other DOIs to do the same? Also, how do we get non-RLA teachers on board? So how do we infuse this in math and science as well? So I don't necessarily think there will be roadblocks, but I just think we need to sit down and come up with a concrete plan for all of it.
True, I agree. Question number five. How can I best leverage our entire leadership team to champion this work? I want to
Yes.
ensure, just like you said, that it's a unified
Mm-hmm.
campus message, and not just an initiative coming from me.
Yeah. I think
It
you've
ties
already
into your
started.
last one. Hmm.
Yeah, and I think you've already started it by sharing your draft of a plan and getting feedback from different stakeholders. I think that is how you get buy-in, and from buy-in comes joint ownership. And so I think just continuing to not work in a silo, and being as collaborative as you have already been with other leaders and myself, I think we would be able to, as an instructional team, get behind this and make this work for our campus.
And our last question is, when it comes to measuring the impact of this PD, what data points beyond our end of year like star results would be most meaningful to you to see on an ongoing basis?
Yeah, I think I would want us to look at our daily oral language data, how our kids performing on not just being able to write extended constructive responses, but that also ties into revising and editing. What does that data look like? What does the extended constructive response data look like when it comes to end of modules or even common assessments that we haven't coming up, as well as any remaining FQTs? I think also, like, outside of just how they're performing in writing in RLA, do we see it being transferable in other courses? So how are they writing to explain their thoughts in math class or in science when it comes to an experiment? What does the conclusion look like? Are they using those same techniques that they're learning in RLA? I think once we see our kids, what we need to see is just our kids being able to write in any space. And I think that's how we can judge if we were successful.
Yay. Oh, thank you so much for this
You're
interview.
welcome.
I appreciate it. Bye, Principal
No
Kitten.
problem. Bye.